If you would like to help support the channel, check out our links on our homepage. You can subscribe and follow our Instagram for all the latest channel going-ons, or click on our Ko-fi link to make a donation. You can also click on our Goblin Gaming affiliates link. They sell Games Workshop, gaming mats, terrain, accessories and many more items. And of course, Adeptus Titanicus, all at discounted rates. Anything you buy, using the link, the channel gets a little in return. Thanks very much and enjoy the show. Welcome Princeps, and in this video I treated myself to some new knights from Forge World. So I thought I'd have a look in the boxes, see what the quality's like, as I've heard a few different things, and probably have a look at the rules as well. There you go Princeps, inside each box you get your model kit obviously, you get your rules card for the banner, we'll go into those a bit more later. You get your Forge World guide to building resin models, and it also has a check stamp on it as well, which is interesting because I know some people have had a problem with the quality of their resin. I'm not really going to go into that, but they are checked and they are approved, so we will have a look at the quality of mine in just a second. And then you get your how to assemble instructions, so pretty standard there for a Forge World kit. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is get a few bits out for each kit, and I don't know how good the quality of my camera is going up this close, but I'll try and see what the quality is. So I've got a little bit from each one, just underneath, and I'll try and get in real close, and you can have a look. I think it's pretty good. There is all this thing about the mould lines. I don't really know anything about 3D printing, and I couldn't tell you if they were there or not, but to me it all looks pretty good, and the smooth bits are smooth. There you go. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of resin anyway. I've found that even washing resin, when I use my airbrush, I do get some chipping sometimes because I'm a bit clumsy. You have to varnish them real good when they're done. So there you go. For me, I think the quality is pretty good. I'd rather have plastic. They're easier to assemble and paint, and they're cheaper. But they're nice kits. So far I'm pretty happy. Let's have a look at the cards and have a look at the rules. Okay, so starting off with the Cerastus Knight Atropos. What are you getting for your points? So it's 200 points for 2, so it's quite pricey when you compare that to a standard Cerastus banner, which is what, 130 plus weapons. They've got exactly the same stats, so your iron shields, your hit charts, your ballistic skill, weapon skill, command, all that stuff, your Lord Scion, agile, structure points, all the same. So it is a Cerastus, but it has extra special rules and obviously different weapons. So it's got macro extinction protocols. A Knight Atropos may reroll hit rolls of 1 when targeting units with a scale 7 or higher. That's huge. You've only got ballistic skill of 4, so re-rolling ones, it's, you know, great, why not? And it's obviously, you know, it's catered for targeting the big knights, and in a lance this could definitely cause a potential problem. So it's got that rule. All these knights also have 2 special rules, so I'll cover it with the Atropos and then I won't have to say it again for the other 2. So all 3 of these new knights have the Ionic Flare Shield, which decreases the strength of all attacks made by a weapon with a blast trait against a Knight Atropos by 1 to a minimum of 3. Now we all know blast weapons are the bane of knights. You can get multiple hits, high strength ones obviously do a lot of damage. So this is a lovely little rule for a little bit of survivability. You got 3 of these Atropos, you get hit by a strength 10 blast. You're reducing that to 9. You're getting your 6 up save. It's better than nothing. Right, okay, this is one that I probably can't say properly. Blessed Auto Simulacra. How's that? During the damage control phase, roll a d6 for each knight Atropos within the banner. For each 6 that is rolled, the banner recovers 1 lost structure point. This cannot bring a knight that has been destroyed back. Yeah, okay, it's a nice touch. It kind of gives you that Mechanicum feel that they've got that extra survivability and a little bit of extra tech going on. How many 6s you're going to roll, and you're not going to have, it's not like you've got 12 knights in the banner and you're rolling loads of dice. So yeah, you get a cheeky structure point back now and then. It might be annoying for your opponent if he thinks, you know, you've got your last knight on its last legs and you get another structure point back, and you might have to invest a bit more firepower in taking that out. So it's quite a fluffy rule, I think. It just separates them from the other knights. I don't think it's particularly overpowered or anything, but it could be quite handy in the clutch. But yeah, I like that. So onto its armaments. It just has the 2. It has the Gravitation Singularity Cannon, short to mid-range weapon. Only 1 shot, 1 dice, mid-strength 6, but it does have a blast and it does have concussive, which is potentially very annoying and very useful. Hitting enemy units with concussive is very powerful, as we know of the Quake, especially rattling titans into each other. You drop their shields, hit them with a concussive. Very, very good, very efficient. Strength 6, you can put these in a lance, give them the coordinated strike. I think you can have 4 of these. Let's see. If you wish, you can add up to 2 more. So yes, you can have 4 in the banner. So you could be rolling that 1 shot, but at strength 10, or multiple strength 6. Yeah, that's fine. Once you start doing damage on a titan, that strength 6 can shoot up very quickly. Very handy. Yeah, nice weapon. And then it's got the laser cutter, las cutter, which is a melee weapon with the fusion. So you'll be rolling that d10 at 2 inch. Very nice. And +1 to hit, so you'll be hitting on 2s, and it's 2 attacks. So yeah, again, mid strength, but with the fusion rule, potentially very powerful. You know what these knights are like. You get them in the flank and the rear, you get them more bonuses. So yeah, you don't want these guys getting up close and putting the las cutter into you. So yeah, a nice all-round unit, I think. I think they've done quite a good job on these rules. The models look nice. They are pricey, but I think in a mixed household, you can have some really nice combos now, mixing it up a bit, and of course they make a lovely little support banner as well. So that's the Atropos. I do like them. Okay, so going into the Questoris Knights, the Styrix and the Magaera. Like the classic Questoris, they have the same stats: iron shields, direct hit charts, ballistic skill, weapon skill, speed, command, structure points, agile, lord sign, all that stuff. They're 100 points for 2, so they are more expensive, but they do come with slightly different rules and different war gear, bought separately. Like the Atropos, these have the Ionic Flare Shield and the Blessed Auto Simulacra rules. So the Ionic Shield is the decreasing the strength of blast weapons against them, and the Blessed Auto thing is regaining structure points, which I think is a really nice, fluffy Mechanicum style rule. So they all have that as standard. So the main difference for these is the armaments, and they're both 2 very different kind of knights. So the Styrix, it can be armed with a gravitation gun. This I think is very cool. So this is opposed to the classic Questoris having the, is it the melter gun? Yeah. So the gravitation gun, activated in the combat phase. Each knight equipped with a gravitation gun upgrade can target an enemy unit within 3 inches. So it's quite a good reach. The unit suffers a strength 3 hit. These attacks have the concussive trait. Now, they're not very strong, but if you're in the rear of a Titan, it's already damaged and you're getting those bonuses, you could get a cheeky little concussive off on it, which we know is always pretty damn useful and annoying for your opponent. So I quite like that, it's quite cool. You might not get it off as much as you like, you might save the points and not bother, but it's kind of cool. Okay, so it's main armaments, the Volkite, Cheroville, that's how I'm saying it. Short range, no bonuses to hit. It has 3 attacks at strength 4 and the Void Breaker trait. So every time you hit with one of these, your opponent is having to make another Void Shield save. So 2 of these guys banging out 6 shots, getting another +2 saves to make, 1 each. Only got the ballistic skill of 4 and it's short range, so you're going to have to get, I'd say 16 inches is danger close to a Titan. But if you can do that and you've got multiple of these, you can be knocking down shields pretty quickly. I think the ballistic skill 4 evens out the amount of shots you've got. I think Titan players might find these very frustrating, but we'll see. Again, you know, strength in numbers will be great with these, getting all those shots off. So yeah, it's only strength 4. In a lance you can coordinate strike them if you want to get that extra strength. But predominantly these are definitely for shield stripping primarily, and they'll probably do it quite well, so we'll see. And then the Hecton Siege Claw, melee weapon, so it's got your 2-inch range, +1 to hit, which is always good. Strength 6 melee and rending, so if you roll a 6 for damage then you're rolling another d3, so it's okay, it's not nothing particularly overpowered there. Again, we know that melee weapons against Titans can do a lot of damage. Strength 6 mid strength, but getting the flank and rear, you're getting your bonuses. So yeah, it's nothing amazing. The special weapon I think is the Volkite. Okay, looking at the Magaera, again all those other rules. Instead of the gravitation gun or the melter gun for the standard Questoris, it has a phased plasma fusel. When the banner is activated in the combat phase, each knight equipped with a phased plasma fusel upgrade can target an enemy unit within 3 inches, and that unit suffers 2 strength 4 hits. Yeah, I mean, they're automatic, so I suppose the best thing for this is when you've got something that's, you're stacking up all the bonuses, you're in the rear making it 6, and it's, you know, it's compromised for another 3, so those strength 4 hits in the rear of a compromised Titan could become strength 9 hits, so they could be a good finisher. But again, if you want to save points, they're not that crucial, but it's something, isn't it? Okay, so the main armaments, so it's got the Hecton Siege Claw, which we've just talked about. So we've just got the lightning cannon. It's a mid-range weapon, 20 inches long, getting +1 at short range is always good for a knight because it's only got ballistic skill 4. 1 shot, strength 5, it has the blast and rending. So again, it's probably better for taking out other knights. It's not particularly strong. Rending you're only getting on a 6 when you roll the damage. This is an anti-knight weapon in my opinion. This is for taking out other knights. So I think I'd want the Styrix and the Atropos forming a lance. These guys I might want running around separately. Yeah, they're a little bit more lackluster, a little bit less specialised I think than the Magaera at first glance, but I think I'd have to play some games and really look into it before I found a place for these. So the blast is always useful, it's extra hits, strength 5 isn't particularly powerful. Again, you might need to coordinate strike with these guys, 1 shot, but boosting that strength is probably going to be a bit more useful. So if you are going to put them in a lance, these are going to be coordinated strike boys. So there you go, Princeps, a little quick tour around the new Forge World Knights. I'm going to be starting a new household, Sidus, however you want to pronounce it, Loyalist household, and they predominantly used these Mechanicum style knights, and I really like the colour scheme as well, and I haven't got a Loyalist force, so that's what they're going to be. That's it from me. It's another SOP. I'll see you in the next video.